Never the end is never the end is never the end is never the end is never is loading.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, hi.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee
427.
number 427's job was simple. He
Okay.
sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him
Okay.
what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Every
And although
day.
others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Okay. He was
And then
happy.
one day, something very peculiar happened. Something
Oh.
that would forever change Stanley.
What for
Something he would
what?
never quite forget.
What was that?
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Well, then
No
how
one
is
had
Stanley
showed up
supposed to
give him
do his
instructions,
orders?
call a meeting, or even say hi. Never
If
in all
everyone is
his years at the
gone.
company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
What if I don't, though? Okay. Stepping out of my office. 428, 429.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh.
What could it mean?
427
Stanley
is
decided
just
to go
shut
to the
itself.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Sure. Oh, well, geez. Where's the meeting room? That's not the meeting room. Wait, why is the building is different over there? Interesting. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Door. Entered the door on my left. Oh.
Yet there was not
The
a
meeting
single
room.
person here either.
There's nobody in the
Feeling a
meeting
wave
room.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might
Do
find
not
an
alter
answer
without
there.
consulting the whiteboard manager. Legal? Question mark. Boss's inspection. Parking floors meeting. That's interesting. There's a lot of meetings. Using slides to ensure employees that everything is okay. Everyone is unique. You most of all. I'm unique? No. What am I doing that's so unique? Number of slides on this slide. Sliders, charts, and slides. Okay. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. No more charts. Please, I'm begging. Stop. Oh. The boss appreciation minute. On your boss appreciation minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love the most about your boss. Solving interpersonal conflict. Find yourself the conflict of a diligent employee, like yourself. You spelled yourself wrong. What are your dreams for the future? Nature, transcend, success, lunch, travel, metamorphosis. Metamorphosis? What? All right. The doors closed. Room club.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
There is stuff in here. There's a broom.
There was
Okay.
nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No
Oh.
reason to still be here.
I don't know. But it's a broom closet. It says broom closet on it.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Sure. I don't really like how you're being sassy right now, Mr. Narrator, because I was looking at the thing. Oh. Executive bathroom. I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. So that's a lovely, say that's a lovely purse. Oh my God. I just realized the clicking sounds like a keyboard. Okay. There's no reception. Can't go through that door, so hello?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Okay,
Shocked,
I'm
unraveled,
shocked.
Stanley wondered
Unraveled
in disbelief
even.
who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he
What?
could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley
Well, I mean,
happened
you
to
just said
input
it.
the correct code by sheer luck.
Oh my
Amazing.
God.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, okay. What the fuck? What the actual piss and shit? I don't want to go down there. I know. Down. Oh, this is, I don't like that. Where are we going? Loading. Okay.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Sure.
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh. Yeah, why? Oh my God. Whoosh, whoosh.
Stanley walked straight ahead
Jesus
through
Christ.
the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But there's also a thing that says escape. Okay, well, I guess we'll just walk through the thing that I'm being told to do. Okay. Light bulb.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Holy
What
fucking
horrible
shit.
secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Do I have the strength to find out? I don't know. There's three.
Now
Cameras.
the monitors jumped to life. Their true
Oh
nature
my
revealed.
God.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yeah, freedom means nothing. Oh, looks like 234 is like glitched out. What does this do?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Someone's fired.
Had Stanley
Two people
really
are
been under
fired.
someone's control all this time?
Yeah,
Was
am
this
I
the
under
only reason
control?
He was happy with his boring job. That his
Am I?
emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly.
Box. Maybe.
No, he
Yeah.
refused to believe it.
No.
He couldn't accept it. His own life
Unbelievable.
in someone else's control.
Exactly.
Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
It might
Had he
be.
truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I'm blind right now because of the darkness.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Interesting.
As the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For
Yeah.
he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yeah. After I press numbers and buttons. Mind control idle awaiting input. All right, no problem. I'm gonna give you the input. You mind control facility by turning you off. Uh.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Yeah, I'm a little uncertain right now.
Was it over?
What is it? Well, oh.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated
We
the
won.
machine. Unshackled himself from
damn.
someone else's command. Freedom
Okay.
was mere moments away. And yet,
Mere moments.
even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Oh.
Where had his co-workers gone?
Yeah,
How
where?
had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What
When
other
did I get
mysteries
free?
did this strange building hold?
Exactly.
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
Yeah.
For it was not knowledge
gives
or
a
even
shit?
power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
Yeah.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to
Uh-huh.
let go.
Yeah.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or
I'm no longer shackled by your society's
whatever
rules.
life he lives, it will be his.
Exactly.
And that was all he needed to know.
Yeah.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Right. Well, as soon as it decides to.
Stanley felt
Let
the
me.
cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation.
We're outside. Oh
the
my God,
immense
grass.
possibility of the new path before
We can
him.
touch grass.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yeah. I'm Stanley, right? Oh. Wait, I beat the game. Wait, huh? What? Wait a minute. Why am I back? Why am I back here? Wait, why am I back here? Huh?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, what? I didn't miss a memo though. I already did this. I like work. I just hate my boss, says that cop.
No matter how hard Stanley looked,
Oh?
he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
There was a computer on. Hold on. Give me a second, narrator. I'm like, I appreciate you, but. Okay. What did that do? Okay. Interesting. I inputted. I don't know what that did. All right. I hate Mondays. Don't we all? So then, okay. Oh, it's the
When
doors
Stanley
again.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he
Uh-huh.
entered the door on his left.
You know what? No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yep.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire.
Yeah. I might. Wow.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
This does
It had
look like
really
a
been
room
worth
with
the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Ah. Yes. I am drinking it all in.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
It
A
is.
room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Yeah. I mean, look at the chairs look pretty good. That one says dad. Number one dad, I'm assuming.
At this point, Stanley's
Yeah.
obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
What the fuck
It's
do you mean?
possible that this is why everyone left.
What? That's an asshole thing to say, narrator.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue.
I
But
did.
when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Oh? Is that so? What's the message that it's trying to send me? That's a really nice water painting, though. I don't know. I think you're giving me a tone, and I think I should just not do what you tell me anymore, you fucking narrator. Cold drinks. Can I get a cold drink? There's some stuff in here. So you're actually not gonna give me anything, new dialogue or anything like that? I'm okay. I'm fine with that. Right now, I'm just kind of reading cups and stuff. This does say number one, Dad. I wish I could read the other ones. Well, this one's on the ground. I don't know what that one says. What does this one say? Fuel, but it's spelled in crazy letters. That's pretty cool. What does this one say? Coffee nut. Oh shit! Someone's about to nut in your coffee. You know what, narrator? I do like this room. In fact, I really like this extremely dangerous lip on the floor, where if you step into this room, you know, you could potentially twist your ankle and it fucking hurt. You know? I do enjoy this room. I wonder how long it takes me to stand in here admiring this plant and these chairs before you say something, you little sassy man. Little sassy pants. I thought. Okay, we can leave the room now.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room.
I did.
Took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
First open door I'm at. No. I don't feel like it. What's this?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
What the fuck? What do you mean by that? I follow directions to a T. Oh, what's this?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Have we?
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Are you sure?
I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's
That's
someone
true.
you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Oh.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Who's her?
She's
Who
been
was her?
waiting.
Who is she? What the hell are you talking about?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
So, you know what, narrator? I don't like your tone. I don't like your tone of voice. And I'm not going to pick this phone up. How about that? Oh, there's cigarettes in the ground. Crazy. What if I unplug it?
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope
I
for a
unplugged
life
that.
reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
I did.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
I don't know.
Chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible.
I
Let me
did-
double check.
Okay. What? Papers?
No, it's
So you double
definitely
checking?
here, clear as day. Stanley
Sure.
picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
No.
Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action.
Okay.
How is that even possible?
I don't
None
know.
of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I
Uh-huh.
don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see...
What?
No, that's not possible. I can't believe it.
You see what?
How had I not noticed it sooner?
Huh?
You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
What are you talking about?
I can't believe I was so mistaken.
What do you
This
mean?
is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices.
Huh?
And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long.
What?
If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's
Huh?
as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making.
Well,
Or did
yeah,
you not
I mean...
grasp the severity of the situation?
I don't
Well,
even know the
won't have that kind
situation.
of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so
What?
we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
What do you mean?
Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Instructional video of what?
Choice. It's the
Hi.
best part of being a real person. But
Okay.
if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous.
Well, what
For
if I'm being
example,
told what
in
to
this
do?
scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a
Okay.
choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people.
That would be
Or he
great.
could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read.
What?
Which choice would you make? Remember that
Okay.
unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not
That's a
make
great math
sense,
problem.
in all likelihood, that person is not real.
Oh,
Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking.
What?
Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
my goodness, it's 4:30. I'm supposed to be having a back sack and...
Making
I didn't
choices
finish
on a
it.
regular basis is the best
You didn't let
part
me
to a
finish
healthy
it.
decision-making process.
Why is there an
Most
alligator?
medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you
Oh?
make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you
maybe.
begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether
Probably.
you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world,
Yeah.
just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and
Oh.
the feeling should subside.
Oh,
At this
okay.
time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Okay. I'm an instructor?
Welcome
Oh,
back.
hi. Hello.
You may have noticed
Whoa.
that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
Okay.
But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see
Sure.
what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
So here's the thing. What if I don't go that way? What if I just choose to stand in this room, narrator? What if I don't choose to let you tell me where to go and to control my life? Huh? Huh? Okay, I'll go out the door. Okay, so we're recorrecting a decision I made a few moments ago. What was the decision I made?
Now that we know
Oh.
your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine
Oh.
the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story
That's true.
would make no sense at all.
I mean,
We
it
just
depends
need
on
to
the
get you home
story,
as soon
though,
as possible
right?
before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Sure. Wait. Okay, so you're not equipped to deal with reality? Okay. Where are you taking me? Where are we going? Is it the... Oh, look, it's the thing.
Almost there. You'll
Yeah.
take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Okay.
Now
Sure.
remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That
Okay.
means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm
Sure.
quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
I can
All
do
right.
that. Yes.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
Yep.
entered the door on his left. No! Why did you
What?
do that? Quickly,
Do-
hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps
Oh,
we're not too late.
All right, all right, all right. My bad. I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm gonna enter the door on the right. Huh? What if I do it again? Okay, it just broke. It just broke. So do I need? Okay, I'll take the door on the left this time, like you said. Okay.
Oh, it's ruined.
Oh.
I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work.
Bro, look, I'm just doing the
Why?
thing.
For what? What did you get out of that?
A
What did you
laugh,
think was so
a
special
chuckle.
about seeing the game undone? Left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I
don't
can't
know.
erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving
Sure.
its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is
Oh.
it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work?
I don't know if that would be.
What's the answer? What
That's
do
probably
I do?
not the.
What
That's
do I
probably not
do?
the smart
What do
idea.
No, I have
What?
to. I have to shut the game down.
What?
I have
No.
to.
No, don't.
I have to.
No, let's not shut the game down. What the fuck?
Oh, I'm here. I'm
Hi.
still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were
Hi.
so clever. Now look where we are.
I
My
don't know.
entire game is destroyed.
I mean,
It was
this
the
isn't
only
my
thing in the
fault.
world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny?
Yeah,
You just
a
had
little
to
bit.
See?
Yeah,
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
you
He
did,
actually
but
knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
I'm sorry.
That thought
I
hadn't
don't
even
know
occurred
these
to you,
things.
had it?
Okay.
That there's a world outside of you. You're
Okay.
a child.
Damn.
Oh, my story.
You would think that maybe there's a world outside
If
of
you'd just gone
you.
through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been
Okay.
so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make
Oh,
behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Wait,
I'm
it just-
quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll
Huh?
be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
huh?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
What?
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
The-
I'm quite
the
sure
game
you'll be
is-
up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All
Is the
right.
game just sending me back
When
and forth
Stanley
repeatedly?
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm gonna enter the door on my right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
It just keeps resetting
Behave
me.
Exactly as Stanley
It keeps
would.
resetting
That
me.
means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
All right. All right.
When
You know what?
Stanley came to a
Fine.
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
On my left. Understood. There we go. Look at that. Are you happy? I entered the door on my left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling
Nope.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley
Okay.
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I can't. You're not gonna let me enter the broom closet this time? That's fucked up.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, they take the option away from me to. Oh, he's making it so I have to do the story as I'm being told. I see. Oh,
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley
Wait.
was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Yeah, but the
Shocked,
office is different.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it.
Oh,
Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had
okay.
seen it on his boss's computer just last week.
All right,
Night
yeah,
Shark
yeah, that's right.
115. Was this
Night
the
Shark
code to open the
115.
door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out.
Okay.
Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown.
I'm the most executive
He
boss.
drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 119.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115.
Okay.
He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Yes. Night Shark 115. It's not nothing.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Yeah, I can't
You didn't
speak.
mishear me, did you?
You
Please
literally.
speak the code into the receiver.
What
Otherwise,
do you
we
fucking
can't
think
get
I'm
on with the
doing?
story. This is a crucial step.
Then fucking just make me speak, Mr. Magic Man, if that's what you want me to do.
Okay,
All right.
fine. You're not going to do it, but you know what?
What?
It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked
Okay,
you for
buddy.
this one single
Okay.
thing, for your respect. The kind of respect
I
Stanley
can't
shows
talk
for his
in the
choices.
fucking
He knows what
receiver.
it means to take a story seriously.
You
If
asshole.
you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you
Because-
know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done
I
whatever the
did.
hell you wanted over there.
I
Why did you
did.
come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please.
Oh
I
shit.
need you to make a choice.
The end.
I need you to walk through the door. Are you
The Stanley
listening to me?
Parable. Ultra
Can you hear
Deluxe.
me?
What?
Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make
Wait,
a
hold on.
decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me?
So wait,
Whatever
was
choice
this
you make
another
is just
ending?
Fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose.
Oh, I'm
Do
sorry.
something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this.
That's
The
great.
story needs it. So, you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay.
Aw.
It's okay, I can wait.
Oh, narrator.
Time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best.
Poor guy.
choice.
Sorry,
It's
Leroy.
all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
Wait, the credits froze.
Take as much time as you need.
What? What the fuck is happening? I'm back in the office again. What the fuck? Okay. Uh-huh. Interesting. Now what?